Greetings, brothers and sisters. Another Hollywood celebrities dropping like flies. This one's just going to be about Matthew Perry, and I'm going to do a brief comment video thing at the end. Epic comment that just came in, so I wanted to cover it while it's still fresh in my mind. I'm still going to try to do videos every day here, shorter videos, at least 5-6 days a week here. And this is a good time to do it because this Matthew Perry thing is going to always have something for the next week or so because it's just so weird. But let's start here. So one of my viewers sent me this. Of course, this is from the Friends song at the beginning of the show, as the opening credits foretold. It says Matthew Perry, and they show him spitting water in the fountain. You know, they're all hanging out by that fountain, walking in the fountain, all those things, right? So when anything happens like this, there's always some predictive programming. There's always a clip in The Simpsons, or there's a clip here, or there's some foreshadowing here, or Matthew Perry posted a picture of his jacuzzi a couple days ago, a couple days before he died on Instagram. There's always these types of things. And it means something, but what that is, nobody knows, right? And so there'll be something like this. And then you'll get people coming in the truth community, I used to be one of them, telling you what it means. Telling you, well, this is definitely confirms, this is Illuminati confirmed, right? This is Illuminati blood sacrifice confirmed, or this is predictive programming, or whatever it is, right? But nobody really knows what it means. And there's always the deeper level that, I see things all the time, or I'll talk about something, or I'll think about something, and then it'll appear, in an old obscure TV show or something, or my wife and I are talking about something, and the next day we'll see it or hear it when we're watching TV, which there was no way anybody would be able to control that, right? And to me, it's like indication of a plan. Deja vu is an indication of a plan that things were meant to happen in a certain way. And when you see life that way, that there's, and I always talk about this, how the difference between a person who believes in God and a person who doesn't is that the person who believes in God believes that there's a plan. God means consciousness. God means that things just aren't happening randomly or chaotically. And so there's that. In terms of this being some sort of predictive programming or whatever it might be, at this point, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. They used to be interesting 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it was. But now, things are starting in motion, real action. And it really comes down to faith and whether you believe that there's a plan or not. And so, it's interesting in a way that, yeah, he was spitting water out of the fountain, and this was a big part of, this was his identity as Chandler on that show. And it was a part of every show, every episode. And, now he's drowned in a jacuzzi, which seems odd given all the drugs he's taken over the years. It would be easy just to say he overdosed, but they're not saying that for whatever reason. He drowned in a jacuzzi. He was trying to play pickleball and become a better person, right? And now he's dead. And, there seems to be, it's suspicious. These are suspicious circumstances. So the next thing is, I looked for this yesterday. Let me just show you it here.
He'd spent the morning very active playing pickleball for a few hours, came home, sent his assistant out on an errand, and when the assistant returned a few hours later, found him in an apparent dire condition. I don't know if he was dead at that point or suffering some sort of a heart attack, but he was found in the jacuzzi.
So this is Fox's initial report, right? And they were gathering information. They come back and say, no, we got the wrong information. Well, why report it? Like, this happens all the time. And then it just becomes more suspicious of some kind of cover-up or them changing the narrative or story.
What's unclear is whether or not he was just in the jacuzzi when he died or had drowned in the jacuzzi. And it was an assistant who had initially called 911 reporting cardiac arrest.
So kind of interesting there. This was the original report by Fox. And when I first heard he died, I looked it up on my phone. Maybe I closed my computer down or whatever already. So I looked it up on my phone, and 2 New York Post articles came up, one in which said that the original report was cardiac arrest. When I went back and found that same article on my computer the next day, they had taken out the cardiac arrest part. And so that was kind of interesting in a lot of different ways. But, it's just what they do. So the cardiac arrest has since been scrubbed. Like they don't want to call it a cardiac arrest, but did he die of drowning or did he die of cardiac arrest? And then they're saying, did he die in the jacuzzi or was he trying to crawl out and these things? And so this was the initial reporting. And then, the other things come in. So either they're misreporting things, this always happens, or what they reported actually was the case. He had a cardiac arrest, but instead of sticking with that story, they go with something else. And so, again, just adding to the suspicion, Mathew Perry was doing really well before death. Pickleball coach says he was trying to get clean. So was he clean or was he trying to get clean? So what does it mean by he was trying to get clean? How much was he using? Was this an overdose type of situation? Right? And the whole thing with pickleball's funny because it's something, it's my age group that should be. I mean, me and my wife have talked about trying pickleball. My brother was playing pickleball at 70. Pickleball is storming the nation. He thought it was something that could help with his recovery, and he was doing an awesome job. He loved it. He came out 5 times a week, would always talk about it. He got so much better, always made everyone laugh. He was competitive, just genuine good guy, caring for everybody. Here he is with his pickleball coach. There he is with his pickleball racket. There he is with his awesome hairdo. This guy's flashing a peace sign. There he is playing pickleball. He enjoyed his pickleball. And, pickleball was his outlet. He really looked forward to it. He was a competitive guy. Again, he's saying the same thing. He loved it. He wanted to come out. He wanted to win. He loved it. When he hit an unbelievable shot, he would tell you about it for days, and not anymore. And so then there was this. Mathew Perry's autopsy is complete, but coroner orders more tests, including toxicology. So, the cause of death is deferred, so they don't even know if he drowned. And if he drowned, they wouldn't be looking for some sort of, some toxicology because they would say he just drowned. I mean, they might want to know if he was on drugs as well, but they would say he's drowned. We are heartbroken by the tragic loss of our beloved son, the Perrys. The family said that. And then fans enraged over SNL alum Kevin Brennan's mocking Mathew Perry's death. Kevin Brennan linked to a news story about Mathew Perry's death and tweeted, "Drowned in a hot tub, ha 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 ha." He doubled down his so-called joke in a follow-up tweet denying that he poked fun of Perry's tragic passing, but added, "I just thought it was funny, but I do love it when junkies die." So I'm not sure who this guy is. This Kevin Brennan. He likes it when junkies die. Oh, it's this guy here. He looks a little bit kind of like a sociopath as well. So, of course, this is Perth, something from Australia. Daily Mail article. Mathew Perry, Lisa Kudrow's sad theory about Friends co-star sudden death. She has no theory. It's just clickbait. But it says here that there have been worrying signs of fatigue in the days leading up to his death. And that he's been taking painkillers maybe maybe it's too much pickleball. Maybe he was killed by pickleball. I spoke to a woman he played with this morning, every morning. She's in shock. She adored Matt. She said he had been fatigued today and over the past week a little bit more than usual. Sources close to Lisa Kudrow, his friend's co-star, not her friends, said she was baffled by his death and he finally found peace with himself. What does that mean? Is that hinting at suicide? There's Lisa Kudrow there. Then they said here, Police Captain Scott Williams says the cause of death may not be known for some time, but at this point, foul play is not yet suspected. They said the same thing with Bob Saget. If you don't know the cause of death, how do you know? Mathew Perry, new details, Starrett's body was repositioned after shock death. What do you mean it was repositioned? It's been revealed that the friend's body was repositioned after his death by a bystander before the first responders arrived. Perry was found in his jacuzzi. Did they take him out of his jacuzzi? Did they put him in a more comfortable position? You know, so many unanswered questions. I covered this with Bob Saget and with Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta, it took him like a year before, 4 or 5 months before they gave the actual cause of death. And I don't know what their benefit for them doing this is, dragging it on. I don't know what they're trying to cover up. I don't, It would be so easy to say Mathew Perry died from addicted related issues because his body was ravaged. The last time I covered him, he was doing some sort of Friends thing on one of those like Showtime or HBO or something. Maybe it was HBO. And he was slurring his speech like he couldn't even talk. And he just looked bad, like his brain had been fried. Like there's a certain level of addiction and drugs where you just do so much damage that your physical body and your mind don't work the same. And he was, like an 80-year-old man probably internally. So it was easy for him to die of something like that. But playing pickleball and coming home, getting in the jacuzzi and allegedly drowning or having cardiac arrest and having all this suspicion is, what they do now. Like they just keep these stories going, especially when there's other things going on in the world. Maybe they want to distract you from, who knows? Who knows what's, the purpose is here. Like I said, you find things that are suspicious and then you try to figure out what those are and people lock into something. Oh, that's got to be it. And that's one of the banes of the truth community because you never really know. What, the deeper meaning here is and what the even more superficial meaning is. But then there was this epic comment because they just don't care anymore. It's not just Joju's mind. He has no heart and something else, right? And in the beginning of the video, I showed what YouTube was doing in terms of demonetization of videos. So this person commented to that. YouTube is part of the beast and earnings come directly from the beast system. Well, yeah, but that's everything, right? What do you think money is? Is there anything more beast related than money? I mean, it has the capstone of the pyramid right on it. I mean, just the symbology on money itself. But money as a principle, money in terms of making, money power and the demonic nature of the debt-based system. And so any money you get comes from the beast. The beast is printing your money and creating it in banks and, in terms of the form of loans and credit and these things, right? I mean, is there anything more demonic and beast, the mark of the beast? I mean, the mark of the beast is right on your money, right? So what are you talking about? Like anything that you do that has money involved in it, anything that you participate, your food comes from the beast, your car comes from the beast, if you own a home, that comes from the beast. The beast says you're allowed to own the home. They give you permission to drive. They give you all these things. I mean, everything's from the beast. What do you, this is the problem with truthers. I mean, this has been a big problem in the truth community. There's these so-called truther purists who think just because you know something about the beast that you're immune from it, that you're not participating. We're all participating, right? We're participating as much, in some cases more than the sheeple. The internet comes from the beast, right? Everything that you're doing, the computer you use to type your idiotic comment comes from the beast, right? I mean, it's just stupid. Like, why, the person trying to say that I shouldn't be taking money for my YouTube videos. I should just be doing it for free or not doing it at all because what I get from YouTube is from the beast. But it all is. It's just stupid. People are just, so degraded in their mental capacity and their reasonability. You don't think about what you're saying before you say it. So this person's saying, oh, you shouldn't take money from the beast or your money from YouTube comes from the beast. Did you think about anything that you're doing that comes from the beast? Did you spitball, just come up with a few ideas of what you're doing that comes from the beast, and then you just realize your comment is stupid. It's just a waste of everybody's time. I mean, obviously I'm able to make fun of it here. Anyways, I want to wrap this thing up. Only spirituality will save this world. It's Paul Romano, definitely reporting from the Apocalypse and the Ascension. Everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.